holding tight, can you see it? Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness turns tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey guys, hello. Oh, Carlton Matthew Beard, hi everybody. I just happened to pop in and I just seeing Happily Angry's lawyer's message, and because I saw Colton Matthews, I was like, oh, Mr. Matthews. Okay. Hi everybody, good evening. Listen, I am not going to hold you guys too long before I begin what I have to show y'all. I went down a rabbit hole today, y'all. I went down a rabbit hole and I think I just got stuck into a lot of stuff. Hey everybody, hello. I heard of a targeted individual frame. Yeah, convicted. Yeah, yes. But look, let me go ahead on. I have something to play for you guys. This was an interview back in 2008, and I wanted to play this for you guys. And this is from a news article, and it was an audio news article regarding Mr. Faust. Then I'm going to tell you my conversation with a juror who was part of the potential jurors, and what he knew. And there's a lot of stuff that was done that was incorrect. I would say incorrect. And also jurors feeling intimidated in making a decision, jurors not wanting to stay too long. I mean, it's a lot. And you guys going to have to take it with a grain of salt. Everything is alleged because I don't have, with the guy that actually spoke with me, I don't think his alleged because he experienced, I'm giving you guys his experience of what happened and how he got himself off the jury. And we're going to talk about it. I have the paperwork, the jury questions that we're going to talk about. It's a lot. And I just hope I'm able to give it all to you tonight. And I did speak with Mr. Charles Hardy. I spoke with him this morning. He did assure me that he submitted everything over to the attorney the phone conversation, the voicemail that he recorded and all that. So how was there not just one person on a jury thought there was? It's a lot. It's a lot. Let me just go ahead and play this, and then I'm going to tell you exactly, because this individual told me that I can share it, and he doesn't mind giving out his name, but I choose not to give out his name because oh, you don't want the light flashing? Okay, sorry. Let me turn this light on. I did not know. I don't want you to your eyes to get messed up. I don't want you to get. Hold on. Hold on. Is that going to bother you there? I'm going to turn on my regular light. They say the light back there is flashing, bothering them. Let me just unplug this. Okay, let's do it that way. Hold on a second. Let's do the other one. Okay, let's do that one that way. Let's see if this other one is flashing. Hold on. Let's get the other one from flashing. Sorry, guys. Hold on. All right. How's that? It's not flashing. It just goes in and out. All right. Is that better? I do not want you to have a seizure. So is that better? Tell me, give me a thumbs up if it's okay. Is that better? Jessica, is that better for you? Okay. All right. Don't want anybody to have some sort of medical emergency because of these lights back there. So I'm very, very conscious of people's thank you for letting me know. All right. But anyway, let me go ahead on and start with this interview they had back in 2008, and this is with Meredith, Tara's sister. Okay, Tara has 3 siblings. We had Meredith, we had Andrew, and then the older one. I can't remember his name. All right, let me go ahead and play this for you, and then I'm going to go through the questionnaire of what the jurors had, right? And then after the questionnaire, I'm going to go ahead and give you what was told to me by Kevin. I think that's his name, yeah. I'm going to tell you what the prospective juror told me, and we guys, I mean, you guys going to be like shocked, okay? All right. And this did not come from Mr. Hardy. I spoke with individual myself. All right, guys, no fighting in the chat, please. Let's behave like adults. No fighting. No fighting in the chat. Okay, let's go. I'm going to turn it up so you guys can hear.
Hey guys, this is the recording from the news article.
She walks into a coffee shop Tuesday evening, sporting a pink t-shirt and plaid pant. According our conversation, the occasional Meredith Baker is 22 going on 40. She walks into a coffee shop Tuesday evening, sporting a pink t-shirt and plaid pants, a casual combo she immediately apologizes for. There is a soothing ambience to the room, interrupted by the occasional grinding of caffeinated delight. None of this distracts Baker. Not the student aimlessly searching for a power outlet, or with a couple at the next table recording our conversation with prying glances. Her voice is quiet, steady. Her eyes never waver but look tired, almost sad, as if they are too washed out to produce any more tears. My friends say I act like I'm 30, she said. Sometimes they'll even call me 40. Who can blame her? To the nosy duo probing for juicy bits of information, the conversation may have seemed like another run-of-the-mill chat heard at any other coffee shop. But for Baker, this is all too commonplace. It's 7 years later and here she is, again, answering questions about the unsolved murder of her only sister, 23-year-old university law student Tara Louise Baker. And to think, she started the conversation with an apology. Never heard a sound so awful. On the rainy morning of January 19, 2001, authorities responded to a fire at Tara Baker's rented house at 160 Fawn Drive in the Deer Park subdivision off Lexington Road. After kicking in her bedroom door, firefighters found Tara amidst the flames. In a civilian casualty report, Athens Clark County firefighters said Tara was incapacitated prior to ignition and suffered injuries to multiple parts of her body. Whoever killed Tara set fire to her home, possibly to cover their tracks, police said. She was murdered on the eve of her 24th birthday. Now here sits Meredith, a middle child in a family that includes her father Lindsay, mother Virginia, 27-year-old brother Adam, and youngest brother Kevin, 18. She was told by her father to speak on behalf of the immediate family. I've come to the realization that my sister's killer may never be caught, she said. But we owe it to Tara to keep pushing her story. That's the only way we have a chance for justice. Meredith recalled her desire to buy Tara a birthday card on the day of her death. After all, the next day would be her birthday. It wasn't until later that day the 15-year-old learned there would be no more birthday cards for her sister. She remembers a reluctance to divulge any feelings about Tara, at least until she wrote about the experience in her senior year of high school. Of that fateful day, she writes, "There sat my sobbing mother, my father, my uncle, and I down at the table in the center of the room. The detective looked at us and said with a soft, gentle voice, 'We believe that foul play was involved.' At that moment, I heard my uncle make a sound so horrible and heart-twisting that it echoed throughout the station. It was a loud shrill. I had never heard a sound so awful in my life." Who was Tara Baker? Tara Baker grew up in Lovejoy before attending Georgia College and State University, where she graduated cum laude in 1998 with a dual degree in political science and paralegal studies. Baker was also an officer in the Alpha Delta Pi sorority. She moved to Athens in 1999 to enter law school while working at Fortson and Bentley, a local law firm. Fresh off her first semester at the university, Tara was murdered. She really was that Southern belle, Meredith said. But in a stroke of bitter irony, Tara was also obsessed with justice and aspired to be a judge. Fascinated by her heritage, Tara traced her roots back nearly 4 centuries and encapsulated the charm of the ladies throughout the family bloodline. She was a debutante for the Children of the American Revolution, and in one of the few moments of levity in the interview, Meredith quipped, "Any revolution you can think of, Tara was a part of." Kate Launstein is 7 years and 620 miles removed from Tara Baker, but she still can remember meeting her for the first time in law school. Now a lawyer in Washington, D.C., Launstein gravitated toward Baker's irresistible, infectious persona and labeled her as one of the most generous people she ever encountered. "The most lasting image I have of Tara is the way she would always crinkle her nose in a cute offbeat way," she said. "It's like she knew how to laugh better than the rest of us. And with such a loss comes great pain." Meredith pointed to a letter addressed to Tara's killer written by her uncle Matthew Patry, as representative of the rage the family feels. "You can pray all you want, but until you confess this crime and accept your punishment for it, your prayers will only go down to the devil," he writes. "He's delighted with you. You've brought even more pain and despair into the world and taken out a big chunk of the good. You're his boy, and I'm sure he can't wait to meet you in hell." Not your average case, Tara Baker is not officially dead. Check the county coroner's office, and you will not find a death certificate for the deceased 23-year-old. It is protocol for the county not to release a death certificate for a victim involved in pending investigation. Doing so would make the cause of death public record. ACC Coroner Bobby Tribble said he has not received requests to release Tara's death certificate since he took the post in November 2004. "I don't want to stir the apple cart on the issue," he said. "As long as there is a pending investigation, we won't release that information. This is not your average case." Heightened media attention, which has waned in recent years, was devoted to the insistence of law enforcement officials to keep all information relevant to the case under wraps. The thinking, according to police, was they didn't want to release anything that would allow the perpetrator to distance him or herself from the crime. Tara's parents supported the method. The last thing they wanted was the killer to get away thanks to some information made available to the public, Meredith said. It took nearly 2 years for police to release specific leads in the investigation. Here is what they said. "A witness spotted a white male wearing jeans and a t-shirt running from the scene the morning of January 19th. A compact Presario Model 1200 XL 1800 laptop was the only item missing from the scene. As of now, that is the extent of all leads released by police." In the following years, the Baker family became frustrated with the authorities' lack of progress. It got to the point where we felt like they had given up, Meredith said. In 2004, an anonymous source told the Athens Banner-Herald Tara could have been murdered by an acquaintance, since there was no sign of forced entry at the scene. The source told the paper Tara had been beaten, stabbed, and strangled. A crime of that nature, according to the source, increases the likelihood the killer was emotionally involved with her. Could justice have been served if this information were released earlier? Possibly, Meredith concedes. She also has theories, but is keeping them to herself. Everyone in my family has one, but we don't really share them, she said. What would be the point? A new dawn? Meredith is more encouraged by the recent efforts of ACC police, saying there has been increased communication between the two parties, but yet another development threw a wrench in the investigative process. The lead investigator in the case, Sergeant Courtney Gale, was stabbed and critically injured last month at the Kroger on Alps Road. She's recuperating, according to colleagues inside the police force. Until she returns, so Sergeant Christopher Nichols will handle the case. Even with
Isn't that strange? The lead investigator was stabbed in Kroger. Isn't that strange?
marathon tenure of the process, Nichols said he applies the same mindset to the Baker case as any other. Even with the elapsed time, information continues to come to police. Nichols said he received a lead Monday. You just have to put yourself in their shoes, he said. If something like this happened to a member of my family, I wouldn't rest until a person was caught. Perhaps the most stinging inhibitor of progress can be attributed to the transient nature of the Athens community. The current freshman class was in the 6th grade the year Tara was killed. Because of this, many students have never heard Tara's story. To combat this unfamiliarity, Meredith encourages downtown business to display flyers of Tara in their store windows. The reward for providing information leading to the arrest of her killer can now fetch one as much as $30,000. As the years continue to pile on, the flyers become more sporadic. It's like my sister is just some kind of rumor or urban legend, Meredith said. Sometimes I just want to shake people and scream this actually did happen. An assortment of ads located on College Avenue is a glaring personification of Meredith's frustration. Peel away the plethora of advertisements for bands, restaurants, and apartments, and you'll find Tara's smiling face beaming back at you, an illustration of a town that has moved on. Sense of community. Memorial will be held in Tara's memory 1 p.m. Saturday at the Stairway of the Arch. As the infamous date looms, some can't forget Tara. Doc Eldridge, former Athens mayor and president of the Chamber of Commerce, never met Tara but labels her murder as the saddest local tragedy during his tenure as the town's executive. In a phone interview Thursday, he vividly remembered arriving at the police station at the same time as the Baker family 7 years ago. I can't remember anything as traumatic as that day, he said. I wouldn't wish that type of pain on my worst enemy. Baker is not the first unsolved murder involving a university student. In April 1992, Jennifer Lynn Stone was found dead in her downtown apartment at the age of 22. Authorities recovered DNA from the scene, but more than 15 years later are unable to find the culprit. The Baker and Stone families speak by phone to this day. There are only so many people you can talk to about something like this, Meredith said. It's comforting for both sides. And recently, the Bakers attended the memorial of Meredith Emerson, the university alumna who was found murdered in the North Georgia mountains. Returned to Deer Park. There are no remnants of the tragedy at Deer Park today, but terror still lingers through the property, at least in the form of a story amongst neighbors. A series of small duplexes, houses, and townhouses still occupy Fawn Drive. Tara's former house is now an office. The owner of the property, Scott Hancock, said he doubts he will ever rent the property again. It was just a horrible, isolated incident, Hancock said. Since it happened, we've hired a security guard to patrol the neighborhood. When first asked if she knew of Tara's story, graduate student Ashley Seaman said she did not. Seaman lives next door to Baker's former house, but when told the details of the story, her memory of the event came back into focus. Is that the girl who was burned inside her house? She asked, representing a testament to the staying power of Tara's story in Athens. Even with the rekindled information, Seaman said she is not concerned about her safety in the neighborhood. Though a sense of normalcy has returned to the residents of Deer Park, such a sentiment continues to evade the Baker family as long as Tara's killer remains free. For Meredith, her biggest regret was an inability to act like a stupid teenager. Sometimes I wonder what it would have been like when I got my driver's license or when I graduated high school if this hadn't happened. Although Baker's story has permeated across the national landscape through television specials and an array of press clippings, Meredith says the story has yet to reach its ultimate conclusion, Tara's grave in Fayetteville. With no official cause of death, there is no epitaph to grace Tara's memorial. Meredith began to smile, ever so slightly, as she discussed Tara's affinity for graveyards, particularly those who died young. Tara was always fascinated with the stories, she said. I just pray that we'll have the proper story for her grave one day.
All right, that is the podcast / news reporting back in 2008. That was a recording that was taken from the podcast. Now, I am going to bring to you guys attention the jurors' questionnaire. And the reason why I'm bringing you guys this questionnaire is because I am going to tell you what I've learned. This is jurors' questionnaire. Can you guys see this? I'm going to move myself out the way so you guys can see this. Can you guys see this? Is it big enough for everybody to see? This is the questionnaire that every single juror that came to the courthouse that was prospective jurors had to answer. From my person that I spoke with, the juror that I spoke with, there was about 70 jurors there to answer these questionnaires. And out of the 70, there was roughly about 20 African-American jurors on the jury pool, okay? Here's some of the questions that was asked, and then I'm going to tell you what I was told, okay? I'm not going to read the beginning part, okay? Let me just go ahead on to the questions that they asked, right? They asked the background information on an individual, education, whether or not they understand English. They ask about medical, anything that they're taking that would interfere with them being able to understand what's going on, or they ask about any kind of vision impairment, any hearing, have difficulty hearing, or anything like that. They ask, okay? They also ask, have they ever been seated for a jury before? And then they ask when and what type of jury they were, what type of case it was, and things like that. And if they can be fair and impartial in this case. That's one of the questions they were asking, right? They asked, were they current students, any post-certified law enforcement, activity in the military, whether or not they're active member or veteran, those type of questions, right? Then they asked if any member, now this is a question now, listen, have you, any member of your family or close personal friend ever studied or received training in medical, psychological, psychiatry, social work, or counseling? And then they had to say yes or no and then explain, right? If yes. Then it says, have you have personal friends received any training in law enforcement and criminology? They answer that question, yes or no, right? Any involvement in groups that advocate for or provide support for victims of crimes? Yes or no, and then they need to explain that, right? Now, here's the key. Have you or a close family member ever been arrested, charged with a crime? Yes or no. A victim of a crime? Yes or no. Employed in law enforcement, correction, or prosecution? Yes or no. Do you have or have you had any contact or relationship of any kind with, listen, you heard this, right? Listen to this. Do you or have you had any contact, you hear this, contact or relationship of any type with the defendant in this case, Edrick Faust, or any member of his family? Yes or no? You see that question, right? Do you see that question? Hold that thought on that question, right? You see the question. It says, do you know or have you had any contact? Any contact. I mean, any type of contact with that person. Any any contact with the defendant or with the defendant member of defendant family? Remember that question. And I'm going to stop at that question. The reason why I'm going to stop at that question, because I am going to tell you what I learned in regarding to this case. I have learned that a juror actually lied. A juror actually lied on that questionnaire. They did not disclose that they actually knew or even had in contact with Mr. Edrick Faust's family member. The juror that I spoke to, the potential juror that I spoke to, was part of that cluster, okay? And he said during that process, he spoke to a juror that was chosen. When he realized that was a family member of his, he went to the court. When they brought him up there, he told them he could not be on this case. Why? Because Mr. Faust is my family member. So he got off the case, and he spoke to the person that actually got on the case, and that person actually knew Mr. Faust. It is the same person that decided to say, hey, they got on my nerve and I didn't want to stay there too long, and therefore he voted guilty. And this is factual. This is what I know for a fact. That is why the spouse said what she said. She put in her Facebook, she put down Exodus chapter SS. What was that? What was that scripture? And I'm gonna read what that scripture says. SSS. Can you put the scripture down for me? Because I thought I screenshot the scripture and I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to tell you what is right, because there is a turmoil going on in their family right now. Exodus chapter 23, verses 1 through 8. And I'm going to read that scripture for you guys, so you will hear what the spouse said. Exodus chapter 23, verses 1. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Sorry, it's taking long. I'm using my little thing here. Hold on. 1. Okay, hold on. And I'm going to read it in the Living Translation because it's, I want the plain English for you guys. Hold on. Let me do American English translation. Okay. Here's what that scripture says. Okay. This is what it says. I don't think Faust knew it. I don't think Faust knew it at the time. He didn't know the conversation that was happening before they got into that room. The jurors got into that room. I don't think he knew it. All right, this is what he says. You shall not spread a false report. You shall not join hands with a wicked man to be a malicious witness. You should not fall in with the many to do evil, nor shall you bear witness in a lawsuit. siding with the many, so as the perverted justice, nor shall you be partial to a poor man in a lawsuit. If you meet your enemy's ox or donkey going astray, you should bring it back to him. If you see the donkey of one of who you hate lying down under its burden, you shall refrain from leaving him with it. You shall rescue it with him. You shall not pervert the justice due to the poor in a lawsuit. Keep far from false charges and do not kill the innocent and righteous, for I will not acquit the wicked. And you shall take no bribe, for a bribe blinds a clear sight and subvert the cause of those who are in the right. Y'all hear that? This is what the wife put in, because the wife was pretty upset that her husband was partaker of the evil that was done in the court system. Okay? All right? So, Faust should had something about, yeah, listen, shoulda, coulda, woulda, if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk, right? That's what they say about the if, right? All right. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it didn't happen, okay? Now, here is what I learned. And you guys, if I need to bring the individual up into this, I will do so. But he has told me I can give his name if I want to. But I choose not to give his name because I don't remember. Everything is alleged, okay? Alleged. But I definitely believe this, okay? Because yesterday, half of people in here didn't believe Mr. Hardy. And when we went and looked in the paperwork of the court, we saw Mr. Hardy was banned from coming into the courtroom on the 19th. And he had no intention of coming into the courtroom per my conversation with him. He has submitted everything that he has to the lawyer. So the lawyer has all of this, okay? I'm not bringing the person up. I choose. So you could choose to believe me or not. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. I'm just here to give you information, okay? I'm not here to prove anything. Because remember, everything is alleged. So if you choose not to believe me, I'm cool with that as well. Now, what was told to me, and this is going to be a shocker to you guys. It's going to be a very big shocker. What was told, there was 3 individuals that originally was a greater suspect in this case. There was 3 individuals that was greater suspect in this case. 3 individuals. One was Mr. Gaines. He was an attorney who left town, and now I think he's deceased. As according to what research I was doing, I was trying to see if I could find him. I think he's deceased. And he is supposedly a relative of the guy that's part of the Senate now, I think, right? The one who helped in partaking the bill for Tara Baker. Remember that guy? Mr. Mike Gaines, I think was his name. He was one of the individuals that was being looked at, okay? And you had Chris being looked at, and then someone by the name of Steve, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Someone by the name of Steve. Those were the 3 individuals that were strong suspects in the case. That was the 3 strong suspects on the case at the time. Okay. And I have a little information from Faust's family member. Okay. And you remember in the original questioning of witnesses, they said they saw a white man running down the street, and then turn around later on, they mentioned a black man, right? But they said they saw a white man running down the street. Okay. Now, here is what I'm going to say allegedly, but this is a family member of Faust. Okay. I know a couple of family members stated that Faust in the past had a very sketchy past, right? It is alleged that he was the plug man. Do anybody know what a plug man is? The plug? Do anybody know what the plug is? A provider. Come on now, y'all know how I like the interaction. Come on, you know how I like interaction in the classroom. Mimi doesn't know what it is. CMT knows. A plug is someone who can provide you with illegal contraband. Not contraband, illegal substance, stuff that a supplier, thank you. A supplier, a connection. He was actually the supplier of the things that is considered illegal. Okay? The white stuff. You know how they say the white line? The song White Line, going through my mind. You know that song, right? Paraphernalia. Yes. Pharmaceutical individual. Pharmaceutical. Okay? All right. So he was the supplier. And he was called to the law office as a pharmaceutical. He was providing all kinds of stuff to the law office. Right? And this is coming from an actual family members of Faust. Because remember, they said in his past, he has a past, of course. He has a past, and he was a provider for those things. Okay? He actually did come in contact with the individuals at that law firm. The law firm that he was providing those substances to. Are you guys listening? I have to pause here. The law firm that Mr. Gaines worked at or owned. I don't know if he owned it or he worked at it, because I didn't go into details about that kind of stuff. My mind was just like, I was just drawn by what, and I was told this morning. Okay. All right, let me read some of the stuff that you guys heard. Let me read some of the stuff that you guys are saying in here. Okay. All right. So, but the family member removed himself from the jury pool And he spoke to the juror that became a juror, and he told him, man, basically, I'm not staying on. This is E's, because they call him E. This is E's case where I'm not staying on. And the other person who knew E decided that he's going to stay on. He's going to stay on. And this person said that this individual was nosy. He was a nosy person. And I found out there were 4 actual jurors who came in during the deliberation after hearing all the testimony. There was 4 individuals that was voting not guilty. 4 individuals that was voting not guilty. And they were persuaded, and they felt intimidated because they couldn't understand why that politician was in the courtroom. They don't understand that. And there are plenty individuals who work for the university on the witness, part of the jury. Quite a few of them worked in there. So they felt that they had to vote guilty. And I don't know why they lied when the judge polled them. I don't know why they lied and said that they didn't feel a certain way when they actually did, because they reached out to Mr. Hardy. They reached out to him. He did not threaten anyone. He got the call from they inboxed him. And I guess their conscience was bothering them. And they decide to reach out to him, and he put it out, right? He put it out, and someone said they felt threatened. No, he did not threaten them. He did not threaten them at all. In fact, you guys, if you read his channel, let me see if I could pull it up for you guys, for anybody who had not had a chance to, hold on a second. Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on. Hold on a second. I'm just going to bring it up to you. And this is actually what he said to the group of people. He did not make any threats. This is what he said. This is Mr. Charles Hardy's Facebook page. He says, need a favor. All the information I have collected and sent to assist Mr. Faust in obtaining a new trial. The issue is that the same individuals have been reaching out to jurors involved in the case, making threats and engaging in intimidation tactic. I must ask everyone to please refrain from making any threats to the jurors, whether on social media platforms or offline. An attorney would advise that such action are considered criminal offenses, even if communicating through social media channels. Let's support Mr. Faust responsibly and ethically. God is allowing everything to be revealed. So let's ensure that the positive and lawful side of justice remain on our side. I am concerned that someone might inadvertently sabotage this effort by crossing legal boundaries or resorting to intimidation. Thanks. Right? And remember, this is what was put out, that for him to be not entered into the courtroom. Okay? During the and this was done, if you look at the time, this was done on the 19th of February at 1:15, which is about almost 2 hours before the actual impact statement. They did not want him to come in and do an impact statement on behalf of Mr. Faust because he knew some of this information. So they did not want that information to be brought out in court because then that would have been part of the record, you know? So, okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the link in. I'm gonna open up the line to talk to you guys. Hey Kobe, back. Kobe's back, y'all. So all those who did not believe Mr. Charles Hardy, Mr. Hardy was reached out by the jurors. Not one juror, a couple of jurors reached out to him to tell him. So I also agree that they put his DNA there. Because let me tell you, Mr. Faust's DNA has been in the system since he's been arrested. Because he had a felony before. So when they did the DNA test, and they did not see his DNA in. Why not then? Why now? They didn't see it then, back in 2001. This is the thing. I'm not going to speculate. I just don't know. All I know, his DNA has been in the system for a while. And then the other thing I know, Mr. Faust's father has the same name. So a lot of Mr. Faust's cases were his father cases. Because if you look at the date of birth, Faust's father was in 1942 and Faust was 1975. So I think they kind of coincide the cases. You get what I'm saying? To make him look worse than what he was. A lot of his charges that I personally saw had to do with, the D-Rug stuff and violating his probation, things like that. And then, of course, that fight in the bar at that time. Yeah, Renette's telling you that. She said Mr. Faust is in the system. His dad and granddad, they've been following the family for decades. Yeah, he's been in the system a while. See, the key thing is the juror situation is what gets me, because that is grounds for a new trial period, because the jurors went in there with that intention. You get what I'm saying? You knew the case, you knew everything about it, but then you lied. You lied on the jury questionnaire. You lied. You didn't tell the truth. You got on there because you wanted to get in there, and you lied. A few jurors lied. Derek said his attorney was over his head in the trial. That's what Derek says. Let me read some of y'all stuff. Hold on a second. Let me go back up. And who has a trial where the senator or whatever position he is in the courtroom? Who has that type of trial that he's sitting in there taking pictures with the family and stuff like that? That's not cool, y'all. That's not cool. That's not something that goes on like that. It's not cool at all. You would feel intimidated too, especially if you have some questionable background yourself as a juror. You got some stuff going on and you're afraid about your job and stuff like that. This person has some power. He has some connection. And if y'all don't vote that way, and then the other thing is, everybody forgot the juror's name was already published. The juror's name was published, so they know exactly what juror's in there. You get what I mean? Well, that's given DNA they found reasonable then. All right, let's see. And Mr. Faust was not totally honest of not knowing them, because he was the provider of the stuff for those people at that law firm. You get what I'm saying? And I think the reason why he didn't tell that, because he felt maybe they were going to come and get him for the illicit stuff that he was doing as far as a dealer. You know? I agree, Sylvia. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and read this. Hey, and since his dad and his DNA would match closely and would come up in the system now. Hey, Eric. I don't think it had anything to do with his dad's DNA, y'all. I really don't think it had. I think it was his DNA, but how he got it is he's never been in their house, but he has been around them because, you know, he went to the law firm to provide stuff for them. You get what I'm saying? My daddy had to leave the South because the system kept mixing him up and arresting him and his brother. Correct. 100 agree, Sylvia. And also, how many times did witnesses state back when a white guy was running? I'm sorry, but I believe he was railroaded, and you know what they have to answer to God. Yep. And that's why his wife said what he said. She said it was only true LA testing that linked him, right? I'm not too sure. I don't know the logistic of the medical terminal. I don't know all that. All I'm just doing is reporting to you what I've learned, what somebody has actually spoke to me about. I love Cruz, and he had the best closing, but I think he could have used some more help. Yeah, I agree. Thank you for loving my hair. Purple is my favorite color. Mine too. Was a senator there every single day? Mama Rico, I can't tell you if he was there every single day because I was only there for the 1 week, and I saw him there when I was there. So I saw him there. He was there more often than not, because only one day we didn't have court was that Thursday. I did see him when I first got there the week before. When I got there on the 9th, I saw him then, and then I saw him a few times. I saw him quite a few times, more days than I didn't. Okay. Intimidation, and also, why would Big Wig be here if the defendant wasn't guilty? Hello. And she was worried about if you told people they were taking notes. And yeah, remember they put me, they put handcuffs on my reporting. I couldn't even tell you guys what the jurors was doing, what their facial expression was. I couldn't tell you none of that stuff. I wasn't going to give you defining identification of the juror. I wasn't doing that. I was going to just tell you what I saw, and they kept me from doing that. Pamela said, now all this is coming out, and hopefully the attorneys are aware. The attorneys do have the recording. His attorney do have the recording of the jurors that contacted him, and he also gave the inbox information. So, hey Kat, how are you? The lady that saw the white man running away never was allowed to testify. Wow. Okay, I'm about to start driving again, and I'm here listening. Okay. Okay. Everybody saying hey to you, Kat. All right. DNA was planted. Okay, Cindy. That's what Cindy's saying. Sylvia's not saying that, y'all. I'm just reading what the people are saying. I just came here to give y'all information. Okay. Let me give my disclosure here. Hold on. Let me put my disclosure up, because I don't want nobody coming after me saying I said this, I said that. I didn't say anything. Okay. Hold on. All right, here it is. Disclaimer. As a professional vlogger, my role is to deliver news and information from all sides of an issue. The content shared on this channel represents factual reporting to the best of my ability, okay? I infamous Sylvia, part of the new media, a trial vlogger who reports facts with an entertainment undertone. You hear me? Okay. And also, I want to also tell you that the stuff that is being said here is not representation of what I'm saying. Okay. This is, people have a right to express themselves. Here we go. It says, the views and opinion expressed in this chat are those of the participant and do not necessarily reflect the views of the channel owner. Okay? So I have to put that disclaimer up there because folks will be like, Sylvie said this, Sylvie said that. No, I'm just providing y'all with information. Okay? All right. So anybody who come in here with this stuff, I don't know nothing about the laws and the medical terms of DNA. I was not there, so I cannot tell you. What I'm doing is related. I spoke with an individual who was actually a potential juror, prospective juror, who was a relative of Mr. Faust. Faust, and he stated to me that the juror that was on the actual jury pool was one that actually knew him. He knew him, which he knew that was a family of Faust, right? Because remember what the questionnaire asked. Hold on, let me put it back up. The questionnaire asked, hold on, let me get it back up here. You see, it says, to your knowledge, do any of your close personal friends or relatives know Edrick Lamont Faust and had any contact or relationship of any kind with him? The other question here, do you know or have you had any contact or relationship of any type with the defendant in this case, Edrick Lamont Faust, or any member of his family? You see, the question is there. Okay? The question is there. So, that particular juror lied. Period. Lied. And then decided that they couldn't handle it because they decided to plead guilt, find him guilty because, all right. I don't want to say how, hold on. Let me go back. All right. Mr. Crew did a phenomenal job. The court bent over backwards to keep him from doing his job. I'm proud of him. Melanie too. Yep. A senator would never sit on a trial. Thank you, Mama. The April 30th hit was a partial match genealogy according to the motion, unless it was a misspeak. They had his DNA since from his 2001 conviction. ACCPD knew what they were doing. I'm so sad about this case. Not sure how much I can handle. Partial match and partial profile are kind of easy to trip up. I believe DNA was planted also. Yes. I don't want to say how I know this, but a lot of law students that definitely needed his product and that he might have sold, just saying. Okay, Lori. Okay. The misstating of evidence by Chile in his closing. Okay. It was junk science. The Bible scripture we read was beautiful. Thank you, Written Dreams. I think the DNA sample was planted. How can you swab a person's mouth and not get their own DNA? Only another contributor. Let the church say amen, Connie. All right, this is so wild. Okay, Lori. Hey, Lori. So isn't that crazy? The senator is there, but Chris Melton wasn't. That never ever happened. Okay. He needs Brian to represent him. Y'all, speaking of Brian to represent him, are you guys hitting the donation? You guys hitting the donation thing to bring them numbers up so you can at least get enough to secure Mr. Steele? Huh? Are y'all doing that? Please do that. Yep, so weird. I know a little bit counts, y'all. No matter how little you give, it counts towards the defense. You know, you guys can do it because I've seen so many cases of people doing wrong to folks, and they turn around, they be getting millions of donation. And this here thing is the right thing to do. That's what the Bible said. Proverbs. All right. Wasn't the senator's son or grandson the lawyer at that firm? Mama, that's what I heard. Something about it like that. Mr. Frost is being punished also for being off the chain. He also had a lesson to learn. Maybe this time he'll learn it until he gets a new trial. Everybody does. Let me just tell you that everybody has a past. Everybody, we all have lessons to learn in life. We all do. And don't act like you are super spiritual, that you have no sins, because we all have sins, okay? No sin is greater than the next, okay? All right. You better believe Lisa Lott and the senator were texting. We saw her looking down at her phone a lot, okay? Everyone gets to explain away their DNA except Frost. Just exhausting. All right. It was touch DNA. We all get someone's DNA on us when touch doorknobs, ink, pens, grocery cart, and then if you put your hand in your mouth, it transfers. Okay. 4 letters for ya. Okay. Kat, when is your interview? I think Kat's interview is Monday. I'd like to also see who the senator's major donors are for his campaign. Could you be going down a rabbit hole? I bought a shovel. Gonna start digging. All right. That's public record. How many jurors are reaching out to Cruz? I don't know. I don't know how many jurors reaching out, but they reached out to Mr. Hardy. Sylvia, there's a GoFundMe page on Edrick appeal. Amen. Yes, it is. I put it out on my thing as well. Tara, are you here to hunt? Am I right? Tara, you're here to hunt. Am I right? Okay, I agree with Cindy. Okay, that's the defense fund link right there that CMT just put up. Thank you. I'm not afraid to say it. Oh, you're welcome. It's not a GoFundMe. It's Give, Send, Go. Donate to the wrong fundraiser. Don't donate to the wrong fundraiser. It's whatever the link is. Hey, Brooklyn. Can he get a bond? Possibly he just about to send up the road until appeal. This is racist foolery to the utmost. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Let me tell you what could have happened. If Mr. Hardy was allowed to come into the court, right, and say what he said on record, and he told about jurors contacting him and what jurors said, that would have been an instant where Mr. Cruz would have put in a motion, and they would have to review that motion. So to stop that is to prevent him from coming in, and they use the notion of him being threatening others to stop him from coming into the courthouse. Because if he had came in and put it on record, it had to been addressed, and the motion would have been put in, and that would halt a lot of the stuff. Yeah. All right. Brooklyn is in the house. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Did the potential juror know that he was family? Yeah, he knew. Once he went into the thing and he saw his relative name on that, yeah, he knew. And he talked to the juror that was on there. They had a conversation. They were talking together while they were in that room. They were talking together. So the other one knew as well, but he got on. Is the plumber still employed, and who will hire him? I don't know. Is it possible Tyler is unlikely? Okay. Yes, I did yesterday. Donated today. Good job, y'all. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Donated. I donated. The paperwork already will cost thousands of dollars. Yes, the paperwork to even file an appeal costs, just to even put the paper in. Hola, Sylvia. Thank you for being on the case, cause I got a bit wrapped. Injustice to the max. I believe it was a setup. It was a setup. Okay. All right. Share Edrick's story link to the trial. Get people aware of the absolute injustice. All right, guys. Y'all make sure y'all share this live. I donated $100 last night on Nick's virus. Okay, great. Great job, Nee. I cut off people's name. Just excuse me. Every saint has a past. Everyone has a past. Every single one of us, even though we think we didn't do nothing, we do it. Every single one of us did something. Even if you stole a bubble gum in the store, you did something, okay? And no sin is greater than the other sin, okay? No one deserves a lesson based on lies and BS. Oh, hello, okay. Where's Mr. Steele's fundraiser? That's the same. This is the fundraiser right here. Give and go. That is the fundraiser right there. God has his hand on this. He is having white and black folks team up together. I don't think it's a black and white thing right now. It's a right and wrong thing. Do what's right. Okay? It's a right and wrong thing. Is the cat called Tiger Lily? What cat? What cat? Y'all just be saying any kind of thing. Yes. I'm joining. Can anyone catch me up? I'm just joining. Can anyone catch? Somebody please help her. Oh Lord, y'all talking about, I would like to know the rabbit hole. I can't unwind the stream. You'll be able to unwind it later. I don't like cats. I'm sorry, I don't like cats. I'm a dog owner. Plumber is the owner of his business. Donated yesterday. Thank you, Mimi. I would be scared of legal action against me if I was a juror. When I was a young girl in high school, I had a gorgeous long hair calico cat. Was her name alopecia? I can't say that word. A whole family. Okay, y'all talking about cat stuff. To put a paper in and the cost of getting the transcript from the trial. On the fundraiser last night, Nick Sorrow, towards the end, he had a guy to explain the appeal process very well. Okay. And I was supposed to go on Nick's thing last night, but it was my birthday, and I was like, Nick, not today, not this time. I was kind of surprised when I heard the verdict. Sylvie, LOL, Sylvie's off the chain. Yeah. All right. Nikki said it was someone's profile picture she was referring to. Oh, okay. Y'all know I'll be behind trying to figure out what's going on. Seriously, I'll be trying to figure. All right, it says this is a we problem. Amen. Amber says ongoing sin. Anytime the grocery store has warm French bread, I start eating it before I pay for it. That's stealing, Amber. Suppose you get up there and somebody steals your wallet and you don't have the money to pay for it. What about that? You stole. Legal action fails on the jury. Absolutely. It's a matter of right and wrong, not who looks the same or whatever. Exactly. Should invite Charles in. Definitely. Definitely. I just got on and behind what's going on with the jury. Andrea, somebody tell Andrew what happened. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Can we get the lights up? Yes. Can we get the lights up, y'all? For real. Hey, Santiago, where you been? This is bad. This was bad. And this to brother, he never got a fair trial. Yep. I pray that Edrick keeps his faith. Oh, thank you for that. I was told, listen what I was told. Edrick is going to talk to Mr. Hardy, and he has a message to give to you guys. So stay tuned to Mr. Hardy's Facebook. You guys go to tune to his Facebook on Monday. He's going to have a message from Edrick. Okay. All right. So I forgot to tell you about that. Okay. Thank you, Marie, for reminding me. Thank you. Let's get the likes up. Yes. Oh my gosh. The warm bread is the best. Lord have mercy. Y'all reminiscing about stealing in the store. Lord have mercy. No way Lisa would punish a juror because this would expose a lot more BS down there. Okay. What is his Facebook? His Facebook, let me go get his Facebook for you guys. Is Charles Hardy. Let me just show it to you. If you guys see a picture of a guy leaning over, that's his Facebook right there, right here. Y'all see it? This is his Facebook right here. See? Okay? Y'all see it? Y'all got it right there? That's his Facebook. Is Steve the classmate that was bothering her? I don't know. Thank you. You're welcome. How many do you find? How do I find Mr. Hardy? I'm sorry. I'm old tech. Okay. Go to Facebook, right? Go to Facebook, and then in the little hourglass thing, type up his name, Charles space Hardy. And then you look, if you see a guy with a gray suit bending over, that's his. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep that up for you guys so y'all can go follow him on Facebook. All right. Next question. I love your new hair. Someone fill me in about what's happening with the jury. Pretty, please. Just a quick rundown. Okay. I'm going to give you a quick rundown, Andrea, in a few minutes. Just a second. I'm trying to read some of you guys. Can we analyze the law all we want? We can analyze the law all we want. But Sylvia, you're in the court observation are the bomb. Jury hearing through the wall, jury rolling others back. Susie, you know I'm going to tell you the facts of what I see, man. I got too many eyes not to tell y'all what I see, Susie. Susie, you know I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all the facts, what the camera won't say to you guys. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. But they had my hands tied. I'm telling you, she was like rubbing him in the back and said, calm down. Calm down. That's what she said to him. I heard her. She was right there. I can hear. And I didn't need a Rule 22 to tell the truth. All right. All right. So, Andrea, I had a conversation with a potential juror this morning, and he did not get on the jury because when they were going through the questionnaire, he saw that his family member was one of the individuals that he saw that the individual, the defendant individual was his relative. So he said he didn't want to be on that trial anyway because he has a business to take care of. And then when he saw his family member, and he's like, oh no, I am definitely not going to be on this. This is my family member. I'm not going to tell you what relative he is because then y'all figure him out. So I'm just going to say family member. So then he talked to the juror that got on. He said, man, look at this. Look who's on here. And that particular juror knew Mr. Edrick as well. So, but this prospective juror said that that juror was a very nosy juror, so he was going to find himself on there because he's nosy. He knew that he knew Edrick and he knew him. He knew him, the one that he was talking to. So therefore, he should have never been on that jury. And he is the one that said he got tired of the people and he didn't feel like being there no more time. All right. Hold on. We're going to go ahead on and play Mr. Hardy's thing. I played it yesterday. Some of you guys didn't get a chance to hear it yesterday, but I'm going to play it today for you guys to hear what Mr. Hardy said, okay? All right, hold on a second. Let me play it for y'all. This will help out Andrea. Andrea, this is for you, okay? You know, I don't normally do recap because, you know, you're supposed to come to class on time. Supposed to come to class on time, not be late. And they want me to go ahead and give you the thing. All right, here you go. Should I put it on my channel? Should I put it on my channel? Hold on, y'all. Let me. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on my thing so y'all can see it. Hold on. Y'all working me here. Y'all working me. Hold on. I'm getting hot. All right, let me go put it up. Hold on. It's okay. I'm just messing with you, Andrea. I like to start trouble with y'all. Don't get offended, y'all, when I start talking crap to y'all. Because that's just me. If I can't play with you, then you get all offended, then you don't need to be in my channel. Because I play with folks, okay? All right, here we go. Yeah, see this? Let me go a little bit.
And the crazy part about it is, I think we already done seen everybody in our community done pretty much seen the verdict. They have seen the verdict of Mr. Faust. What, two consecutive life sentence plus 45 years, right?
Thank you.
I gotta I know, bro. I know, Lattimore. I know, man. It just don't sit right with me, bro. It just don't sit right with me, man. And the crazy part about it is, I don't even know the guy. Never met him before in my life, man. It's just the fact that it could have been me. It could have been my brother, my sister, my dad, anybody. And to watch the injustice unfold like this, it don't sit.
Hold on. I wanted to say, this is not the potential juror. This is Mr. Hardy. This is the man that the jurors reached out to, okay? This is Mr. Hardy, Charles Hardy. He is an advocate. He has a nonprofit organization. He helps a lot of people, okay? So let's not mix up the person that actually talked to the juror who's related to the potential juror who was related to Edrick. That's not who this is, okay? I just want to make sure I clarify that with you guys. This is the man that they reached out to who actually recorded the conversation he had with the juror, and he has provided that information to the attorney, okay? That's who he is, okay?
Right with me, man. It don't sit right with me. But I got a couple of things I got a couple of things that I want to share. I guess things they tried to not bring out or whatever, right? First, I want everybody to know that we got to keep this young man in prayer, bro. Let's keep this young man in prayer. I can just imagine what's going through his mind of being convicted of a crime that you didn't commit, knowing that you'll never get, you know, it's not fair. This man got kids, grandkids, everything. It ain't fair. But I done had a lot of people in the last couple of days, man, reach out to me. I done had a lot of jurors reach out to me concerning this situation. And let's keep Edrick in our prayer. What we just witnessed with this trial is like a modern day lynching. A modern day lynching. And I want to tell you guys, I just want to, before I start explaining what I got and show y'all the receipts I got, I want to tell you guys that it ain't a black or white thing, man. Because just as many black people done reached out to me, white people have too. White people that care, that know this is wrong. The first thing I want to touch bases on is a post that I put up the other day. And I'm trying to talk with a sensible mind, but ain't that sensible about what just happened in Athens. There's nothing sensible about it. But I'm going to try to talk with a real sensible mind, man, and try not to be disrespectful, because I got a lot of people that follow me, so a lot of Christian peoples and everything. So I want to be respectful to everybody. But don't think that I'm okay with this, because I'm not. But the first thing that I want to touch bases on is that the jury. I have yet, out of the jurors that have reached out to me, I guess to clear their face or get me in good grace, I don't know what they were doing. Some of them are trying to justify why they found him guilty. Why did they find him guilty? Right? It ain't no justification. I don't care who you are, none of that. One thing that the law tells us, and there's some lawyers on my page that can tell you this, if you don't believe what I say, if you got any type of doubt that an individual didn't commit the crime, you cannot find him guilty. But the one thing that one dumb juror said to me is that, Mr. Hart, I'm just going to be real with you, man. I got tired of sitting in that room, man. That's how I just went with what everybody else went with. What the fuck? He got tired of sitting in the room debating. And I ain't going to put him out there because I don't want you guys to go and be threatening individuals, right? I can't promote violence. I can't provoke negativity. I can't do that if I'm going to be a leader. Let me tell you something. I'm a leader for real. I'm not somebody trying to get y'all vote. I ain't running for nothing. I'm not trying to be nothing. All I'm doing is walking in the step of God. So I don't need to put on a show or none of that to say what I need to say. I mean, because I'm not looking for nothing in return. I just believe in what's right. But when one of the jurors told me, out of everybody that, all the jurors that them, not all of them, but some of them reached out to me, the one thing that one of them said that broke my, and I had to keep it professional. I couldn't, God knows I wanted to say something, but I just couldn't say it. But the one thing that one of the jurors said was that Mr. Hardy, I got tired of sitting in that room debating with them about this man innocent. So I just went with the guilty verdict.
Wow.
You got tired of sitting in the room. So you went with the guilty verdict, right? You went with the guilty verdict to send a man to a prison system that'll never, ever be able to leave his room. You would rather send a man to prison for the rest of his life because you're tired of sitting in the room for a couple of days. Some more jurors reached out to me and said they feared for their life.
Fear for their life.
I said, you feared for your life? And they said, yes. I said, could you please explain that part to me? What y'all was the jurors threatened? They said, no. They said, no, sir. They said, but seeing all the political things about it.
Political.
And you had people like State Senator Houston Gaines and people coming in the courtroom. We feared for our life that if we didn't find him guilty, that it was going to be some that's what they said, backlash.
What?
And please don't say, let me tell you something. I recorded these conversations, right? I recorded these conversations. So they can, I mean, I don't think they'll try to sue me, but I did record them. So if I need to replay them back, I will replay them back. Another thing I found out about the jury, some people sent me, some real important people outside of Athens sent me some paperwork to show me the type of questions that was asked of the jury, right? Matter of fact, hold on. I got something even better for y'all. Let me turn this around.
Guys, I showed you guys the questionnaire already. I showed you the questionnaire.
Let me blow this up. Let me see can I blow this up. So y'all, I got a couple of documents I'm gonna share with you guys. And if you can't see it, please tell me if you can't see. I want you to watch this. Look at this highlighted part, right? Can you guys see that? If a lot of you guys didn't know that these are the jury question, right? These are the jury questions.
I already showed you guys this.
A lot of you guys probably don't know this, and I'm gonna get to this before this video ends. But one of the questions, number 30, if y'all can see my little arrow right here, that's where I'm at right here. One of the questions that were asked to the jury, number 35, are you related by any degree to Chris Melton, who it is, Steve Augusta, Curtis, and William Bryant Barrett? The reason why that these questions was asked by the juror is because these are, and it ain't no race thing. Don't get mad at me when I say this, but these are three white individuals, right? That was suspects in the Tara Baker case, right? The prosecution didn't know what Cruz was going to present, so he put all the allegedly suspects in the juror questions to make sure that none of them was related to those individuals, right? And these are all the three suspects that was on file with the GBI and the Athens Clarke County Police Department. These are the three individuals that were, now, not to move too far away from the jury topic, I want you to pay attention to this name, and you can research this just as well as I can. I want you to pay attention to this name right here. It's William Bryant Barrett. That's his name, right? Those of you guys that can remember this case from back then, let me turn it back around. Those of you guys that can remember that case from back then, William Barrett was one of the individuals that they gave a polygraph, a lie detector test. So y'all understand what I'm saying. He was one of the individuals that they gave a lie detector test to, right? About the Terrell Baker murder. They didn't get the other two individual lie detector test back then. They gave it to William Brian Barrett. So he took the lie detector test and he failed it. He failed the lie detector test. He failed it. The one name that I didn't see after looking at these documents, the one name that I didn't see was Michael Gaines, Houston Gaines relative, right? Let me go to this right here.
Y'all hear the name, right?
I got to slide this over so I can see.
Y'all hear the name?
The jury clearly stated, and I pulled their responses back that they submitted. They clearly stated that they didn't know any of them individuals. And they also was asked, and I ain't got the document pulled up, but they were also asked that, let me pull this up. They was also asked, did they know Edrick Faust? Right? That's
what we talked about, right, y'all?
They was also asked, did they know Edrick Faust? And all the jurors said no. They didn't. They had no idea who Edrick Faust was. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up this other document. So then none of them know who Edrick Faust was. That's the statement they wrote on their jury form. That was a lie.
Yes.
That was a lie. I did find out from one of the jurors that they did know Edrick Faust. They did know Edrick Faust. They done hung out with Edrick Faust. And they even talked about the case to another individual. That individual is watching too, because I seen him log on so he can clarify it. He did discuss the case after he was instructed not to. He discussed the case outside of the trial.
I told you
with an individual.
Yes.
Which is a violation.
Yes.
It's a violation.
Yes.
And this same individual is one of the jurors that said guilty. Now, I'm not telling you guys this. I'm not telling you guys this about these jurors for y'all. I know some of y'all been on the jurors. I mean, they told me, they said, hey, look, we getting threats, we getting this, we getting that. And they said, is it any way that you can take your post down, Mr. Hardy, because we getting a lot of threats and stuff because you put the jury list up. So we just try to do a civil duty. I say, no, I can't. I said, first of all, the document that I printed.
Here's the thing, y'all. Listen to this. I have never seen the jury's name on the court record. They usually close that and they hide the jury's name. So why was these jurors' name put out? Why would these jurors' name be put out? If that's not a form of getting them intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Why would you put the juror's name out? You don't do that. You don't put the juror's name out. Because I don't understand that.
Or public records, for one. And I say, you telling me, some of y'all have told me that y'all got tired of sitting in the room, so that's why y'all went with the guilty verdict. Some of y'all said y'all felt threatened by the political peoples in the room. Meaning, I guess Houston Gaines and all those people that showed up trying to get votes and pictures or whatever they was doing. But that spooked the jurors. That spooked them. Never in history in Athens, Georgia, have elected officials like senators and congressmen came to a jury trial in Athens. Never. It never happened. So to see Houston game there, I guess he was trying to send a message. And he did send a message to the jurors like, hey, I'm involved in this or whatever. And some of them said that they felt kind of threatened by that. They felt threatened by that. But this one guy that talked about this case outside of the courthouse and all that. And I know he watching. His family probably watching because, you know, my page is public. So I don't hide nothing. I don't hide, and I'm not scared of nothing. So I'm going to tell you, man, that for the people that's watching, I'm going to tell you, you need to do the right thing. You need, it's going to probably be a contempt of court. You're going to probably get a couple of days in jail and a big fine. But make this right because you made it wrong. You just sent the man to prison because you were tired of sitting in a room. You just sent the man to prison after you broke the law. You broke the law. You broke the law. And for every juror, and I know y'all watching because y'all watched the last video, for every juror that said they felt threatened by the political presence being in the room, you need to do the right thing. We got a man going to prison for the rest of his life. And he's already like 48 years old. 2 consecutive life sentences in 45 years. Y'all need to do the right thing. Y'all need to get with Attorney Cruz and let the same thing y'all told me. You know what? And I'm gonna shield the name. I'm just gonna show y'all something. This is one of the inboxes that came to me. And I'm gonna shield the name because I don't want y'all to disrespect them or none of that stuff. But they watching. They watching. I know they watching. They watched the last one. This is why I asked you guys, and I blocked their name out, but let me flip this around. Can y'all read that? Can y'all see it? I know you are upset along with many other people, but I ask that you please remove the jury list or at least ask people not to harass them. My husband has already messaged me, random people, and as his wife, I'm scared for his safety. So I'm not telling you guys, I got a lot of these from different people, from different jurors. Hey, Gordon, I hate to put this up. I'm gonna see can I block this out because I don't want y'all to see that name on here. Hold on a second. I don't want y'all to. We got some people out there that really mad about this, like I am. They're really mad. Only I can control myself, and I know not to break the law to do anything to harm anybody. But let me see can I block this out. You know what? I ain't gonna be able to block it out.
Hold on, y'all. I got something to show you guys. Hold on a second. I have something to show you guys. Hold on. That he is not lying. Let me show you something. Hold on. We got something to show y'all. Hold on a second. All right. Whose page is this, y'all? Houston Gaines, right? Political candidate, state representative running for Congress. Go Dogs, right? Look where he's at. Look where he's at. He's taking pictures, y'all. Y'all see in the courtroom? Y'all see that? Do you guys see this? It ain't a lie. That's on the day that I came there, the 9th. You see? Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? He's right there in the courtroom somebody took a picture of him. First of all, they're not even supposed to be taking a picture because they don't have a Rule 22. So why are they taking pictures? I don't know. But that's a violation right there. Do you guys see this? He actually took a picture in the courtroom. It's in the courtroom, y'all. And that's his page. That's Houston Gaines. Y'all see that, right? Okay. All right. So, y'all, I got to show you proof of stuff because y'all be like, I don't believe it. I don't believe this. I don't believe that. So I got to show y'all proof. Okay. He was in the courtroom taking pictures. All right. Let me go ahead on.
I'll put it in the chat. Once I figure out how to block this out, block this name out, block that person's name out, then I'll put it in the chat so you guys can see it. But I'm not asking you guys to disrespect these people. I mean, it seemed like the pressure was on them. Now, there's one person, I ain't gonna say, you talking about sitting in the room. It's something else I want to show y'all too. Let me show y'all this real quick. Hold on. Preview. One of the charges that Edrick Faust was found guilty on was rape, right? Was rape. He received a life sentence for it. A consecutive life sentence for it. Somebody sent me this today, and I don't never read this stuff, but somebody sent me this today. Have y'all seen this online? Have some of y'all seen this online? This is a guy right now that's facing probation, right? For rape.
Probation.
For rape. He raped the if y'all don't know, you do understand a lot of rapes go on at the University of Georgia anyway. It just never publicized. But this was one of the guys that got arrested for rape, right? And some of y'all probably already done seen it. Somebody sent it to me, actually. And they said, Mr. Hardy, they asked me a question. Mr. Hardy, how can this man receive probation and 3 months in a detention center for rape, and Edrick Faust get a life sentence? Well, it's the injustice of the system. It's the injustice. Look here. We got to do something. We got to.
Hold on a second. I want to read what Houston Gaines put on his page. Hold on. I want to read it to you guys. This is what he said. Listen to what he said. He said, Friday afternoon, I attended the trial on the suspect charged in the murder of Tara Baker. It was especially meaningful to see Tara's mother and family in the courtroom. Over the past few years, I've had the privilege of working alongside of them while authoring and passing the Coleman-Baker Act. This legislation established a dedicated cold case unit with the GBI and created a clear process for reinvestigating unsolved homicide. That work helped lead to where we are today, with a suspect finally standing trial more than 2 decades after Tara's murder. When I leave the state's house, this will be among the things I'm most proud of. It's my prayer that because of this effort, many more families will one day see justice for their loved ones. To see what Lori said? Lori said, I didn't know anything about the case before opening statement. The prosecution has rested, and I'm not convinced that Edrick did it. I hope the jury gets it right. That's what Lori said on her. Listen, Bryson said, yes, justice for Baker, but Edrick Faust did not commit this crime. So whatever. And then Becky says, convicting the wrong guy is not justice. Okay, they were going in on his post. So, you guys do not hold back, do y'all? Y'all just tell the truth like it is. All right. Okay, let me finish. What's the name's thing here? So that would intimidate the jury.
Do something, guys. We got to do something, and I'm not saying negatively. One other thing that bothers me outside of what the jury have done is that I see a lot of people keep tagging NAACP inside some of these chats, right? Have y'all heard anything from the NAACP? Anybody? No. Have you heard anything from any black elected officials, any leaders in our community besides me? I mean, me. You ain't heard nothing from nobody. We sitting here watching a man get convicted. We watch a man get convicted. It's been on national news. The man getting more support from people outside of Georgia than his own community. You know why? Because there ain't no unity in our community. It ain't no unity at all. They just keep it real. It ain't no unity. He getting all this support. Last time I checked, I think so far he done raised like $15,000. We got to meet that. If we want him to get out, we're going to have to meet that mark. But ain't no unity in our community. It ain't no unity whatsoever. And believe it or not, that's why people are doing what they're doing to us. And when I say us, I'm not just talking about blacks. You got a lot of people in certain spots. They can't speak out against this, but that don't erase the fact why is people. I asked one person. I asked two people actually. I say, "Are you gonna speak out about the injustice of Edrick Faust?" And they said, "No, Mr. Hart. I think we're gonna." They said pretty much we're gonna kind of stay away from that. We're gonna stay away from that situation. I said, "So you watch a man get found guilty illegally, and you don't say nothing about it, but you consider the leader?" Well, I don't want to make it a politic thing. Houston Gang did. Houston Gang was in the courtroom, to spook the jurors and everything. Houston Gang was there. The senator was there. The white, I ain't racist. The white senator was there to make a statement. Put it on his page. Y'all seen it. Put it on his page. Didn't care if the blacks liked it or the whites liked it. Put it on his page. And today took off to go meet Donald Trump. He didn't care about what nobody thought. He did it to get him some votes. He didn't care. So you mean to tell me they can do it, but we can't do it? Y'all can't do it. You can't step out of your comfort zone and say, I felt like there was injustice. I hope he get just. I mean, you ain't got to advocate for him like a lawyer, but say something. Let this community know that you care. You got to say something. One of the jurors asked me today, are you a man of God? And I said, yes. And they said, you think God will be pleased about you putting up that jury list? What? You think God will be pleased you just sent a man to prison with no evidence? Let me explain something to you. If Jesus came down right now and walked the face of Athens, he ain't going into the rich neighborhoods. He ain't going into the rich neighborhood. Jesus is going to walk out there with the poor. He coming to where the poor, the homeless people, he coming in those spots and help lift those peoples up. That's what, I'm not making this up. It's in the Bible. Some of these pastors can confirm that. It's in the Bible. If Jesus walked right now, he going to and help the people that need help. And that's the type of thing. But when this person said, how would Jesus feel about the jury list being up? I started like, it was funny. Like, what do Jesus got to do with the jury list? Man, these folk, it's some, let me tell y'all something. It's some sick people in the world. It's some, for you to get scared to find a man, I'm tired of sitting in that room, Mr. Hart. I got to find him guilty. And don't say you didn't say it, because I got them receipts. So don't say you didn't say it. Please don't put in the comment nowhere that I didn't say. And let me tell you something. For all you people that keep making up these fake pages to come over here to say little slick stuff to me, I'll find you. Didn't know that now. So you might want to keep them old negative comments to yourself. Don't come and disrespect me because I'm not the one doing wrong. I'm not the one that did wrong. I'm standing up for the people that don't have a voice or that y'all won't listen to. I'm standing up for them. I seen injustice and I'm going to speak on it. I even see some of our own kind talking against the man. Like, for what purpose? What, you trying to get some Facebook posts or likes or comments so you can get a check at the end of the month? But at the end of the day, that comment that you making can hurt that man that's facing a trial that he and crime that he didn't commit. Think about that. While you looking for a Facebook check, a man just got life, a double life in 45 years. For the people, for some of you guys that have went down throughout the trial period, did y'all see any churches down there? Like any pastors or anything like that? Did y'all see any of them down there? Because that's another thing that's kind of puzzling to me. The only pastor that I seen talk about this injustice was Pastor Finch. And thank Pastor Finch. Thank you for doing that, man. But outside of Pastor Finch, and like I said, it's not a black or white thing, but Pastor Finch was the only one that I seen actually talk about the injustice of Edrick Faust, right? Where the rest of the pastors at? What are nonprofits that deal with stuff like this? What is it? Hey, everybody that's Edrick family that might see this, man, I'm sorry y'all going through this. I'm sorry y'all going through this. I really am. And that come from the bottom of my, when it sent chills up my arm, it do something to me. And when I listen to this today, it sent chills up my arm, man, because this is so wrong. And it could be me. It could be me. I can't even, for me not to say nothing, I can't even consider myself. If you got any type of heart, any type of feeling, and you sat there and watched this trial, and you don't feel some type of way, you heartless. You heartless. And I said it, and I meant it. It's wrong, bro. It's wrong on every level. So I explained to y'all about the situation with the jurors, about the people that paying why we ain't got nobody standing up. We ain't got nobody We ain't got nobody. A lot of you people that face problem in the community, and it's a lot of people reached out to me. They son done face, or they daughter done went through the same situation, injustice, and so much that need to change with our community. So much that need to change. But right now, they're not scared of us. I'm talking about not physical now. Cause I know I got police on my page. Don't think I'm making no threat to nobody. I ain't making no threat. But they're not scared of us. They're not scared of us. Why they're not scared of us? Cause we ain't gonna do nothing but talk. Ain't nobody gonna get out and walk and try to make a change. Nobody. And guess what? A year from now, you're gonna see this again. 2 years from now, you're gonna see it again. If it ain't Edrick, it's gonna be John, it's gonna be Bobby, it's gonna be Lil Tim we went to school with. You're not doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing but making a social media post. You ain't doing nothing.
Amen.
This been going on way before our time. We know we got a court system. Let me see, can I put you on, kids? Send it again, kids. You trying to get on? Let me see, approve. We know the court system all around the United States, not just in Athens, all around the United States that ain't right. That ain't right. We're going to keep talking about it. Just like when somebody get killed. You know, when somebody real close to us get killed, you know what we do? We raise hell for about 30 days, and then we never hear nothing else. We never hear nothing else. We hear a kid get hurt. We hear a kid get shot and killed. We hear about somebody close to us get raped or whatever the situation is. We'll raise hell for about 30 days, and we leave it alone. And then election time comes, and we'll vote the same people in that didn't even stand in the paint with us. That's what we'll do. And it all fade away. It all fade away. My boy Rick called me today. And Rick, I'm sorry about your loss again, man, losing your mom. My boy Rick called me today, and he asked me, Mr. Hart, I seen your post, and I was just thinking, I wanted to ask you personally, like, what do unity look like for you? If you could create some or do some to bring our community together so we can stand up for ourselves, what do that unity look like, bro? I said, Rick, what unity look like for me, every weekend we closing, this is what I told him, and he'll tell you. Let's close off the city of Athens, downtown, every weekend. Let's close all the streets downtown. Everybody know in Athens that downtown, the beloved downtown is what they love the most, what people love the most, right? Let's close off the streets downtown, and we bring everybody out every Saturday, every Sunday. We bring everybody out. The churches, the nonprofits, the community, the police department, the sheriff department, the man that drive the ambulance, the man that driving the fire truck. We bring the school teachers. We bring everybody out, and we walk for unity. We sit there, close the plaza off downtown. We come down now, and we gather and show unity. We show unity. Bring out our strong pastor, Bloodsaw and Pastor Fit. Bring all those people. Get our homeless community there. The people that work with the homeless. Bring everybody to the plaza every weekend. And we walk that plaza, congregate, and get to know each other and show unity. That'll scare them. That's what unity look like for me. Even the people you don't like, bring them down now. Let them come. And show unity. Because right now, the city, did y'all hear what Attorney Cruz said today? Attorney Cruz said today, I'm not even from Athens. And he say, I turn around and look in this courtroom, and this city is badly divided. You got white individuals sitting on one side, and you got black individuals sitting on the other side. That is a city divided. That is a city divided. But if we can get together, blacks, whites, everybody that stand for what's right, if we can get together, and I help y'all organize it. I don't want to be the leader. I don't want to be the leader. I don't want to be the leader. I don't want to be the one that be the leader. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I deal with so many issues inside of our community that I be trying to fix, and I'm only doing it by myself. I'm only doing it by myself. I had to deal with people getting evicted. I had to deal with homeless people laying in wood. I had to help people get rents or get their rent paid, apartment. I'm dealing with all this by myself. All this. And some of you watching, I probably done helped y'all too. Somebody called me the other night, Mr. Harder, you got $10 I can try to get home from work. I mean, I have to deal with a lot, and I'm doing it by myself. By myself. And mind you, I don't get paid to do none of this. I don't get paid. I don't get no donations. I don't get nothing from nobody. I do it because I love my community. That's why I do it. But if you want to bring that, I will help y'all organize it. I will. I will help y'all organize because I love all y'all. Even the ones that don't like me, I love y'all too. If you white, I love you too. You black, I love you too. If you Latino, you're an immigrant, I don't care. I love all y'all. Everybody need a helping hand. Everybody. And what Edrick went through today is mainly, I hate to say it, and y'all might not agree with this, what he went through today and throughout this trial is mainly our fault. Because if that unity was in that city, at least a lot of them would have did what they did. That jury, I'm listening to the juror, they would have did what they done. They wouldn't have did it. So it's our fault, the community. It's our fault that this man going to prison. It's our fault. And y'all might not agree with that, but I'm telling you what I see. And I'm in the community every day. Every day. It's our fault. Until we come together as one, black, white, all that. And let me tell you something. A lot of the information that I get, a lot of the stuff that I get and put y'all on notice about, it ain't just coming from the black community. It ain't just coming from the white community. It coming from people that care. It coming from people that care. I can't do it by myself. I'm just going to tell you that now. I just can't do it by myself. I'm one man. I can't do it by myself. And I'm not going to incorporate my non-profit. My non-profit don't work with stuff like that. We don't do that. I'm doing it because I gave a promise to my mama before she died that I'll make this community better. And sitting there watching a man get sentenced to 2 life sentences and 45 years is not making this community better. When I see the racism, I mean, the people with the Classic City crime page and it's so much. It's so much. It's a lot of stuff that's wrong in our community. And until we get together in unity, it's not going to be fixed, guys. Until we start getting out there, vote, put people in position. Let me tell you something. Everybody that look like us ain't for us. I learned that today. Everybody that look like us, the same shade of skin, is not like us. I just had one man specifically tell me today, I said he was guilty because I was tired of sitting in the room. Everybody that elected officials in these spots, everybody that look like us ain't for us. That's why when you base your decision on stuff, you got to base your decision on stuff on how people deal with the community. You got to base it on that. You can't base it on no race or no color. If you notice something, I don't care nothing about no Democrat. I don't care nothing about no Republican. If they for the community and they trying to help the community, I'm rocking with them. I don't care what you represent. Why would I not deal with them like that? And I talk to gang members. I talk to doctors. I talk to drug dealers. I talk to lawyers. I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate. I stand for what's right. So don't think that, oh, he don't like the Republicans, or he don't like the Democrat, or he don't like the school teacher, or he don't like the plumber. Man, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. I believe in what's right. And what I witnessed today is a broken court system. A broken court system with a broken community that just cost this man his life. That's what I seen. And I'm going to put, and when I get off here and get my head back together, because I'm kind of hot, when I get my head back together, I'm going to put a lot of stuff in the chat that I want to explain to y'all tonight. But I'm going to let you, that's some receipt. I'm going to put them in there. I'm going to put them in the chat so you guys can see it for yourself. Or I just make a whole nother post so you guys can see it and you can share it or whatever. But I want to say that before I close out. I don't recommend that you guys harass these jurors. They did what they did. I mean, now we got to pray. We got to pray. We just got to pray and let just when they get outside of Athens, and get into a higher court, I personally think that he's gonna get out of there. I just hate that he's gonna have to sit. I mean, imagine what that man feeling now, laying on his bed, knowing that he got this time and he ain't did nothing. That's wrong, bro. That's wrong. But hey, look, if y'all serious about the unity, everybody that's watching, all 200, 300 people that watch, If you're serious about unity, let's organize together. Black, white. Don't be scared of the white people, and don't be scared of the black people. Don't be scared of the immigrants. Let's organize together, and let's do a walk for unity every weekend until we get closer and closer together so we can fix these problems. Let's do that. I contact the police department. I contact the sheriff department. I contact the fire department and let them come out there with us. And cause they are a part of this community too. Y'all do understand that, right? Let's walk for unity. Let's get all together, close off downtown, and we walk for unity. If y'all really want to bring togetherness back to the classic city. I'm gonna put the chat. I'm glad somebody just said that. We got to raise this money for this defense fund too, guys. So we need, if you can, please, if it ain't number $5. You know, I made my donation. I done gave. If you ain't got number $5 or $10, man, go to that link, and I'll put the link in the chat too. Go to that link and donate to this man defense fund. Let's get him out of there. We got to get that money up, man. We got to get the brother out of there, man. We got to get him out of there. But if y'all serious about the unity stuff, let's organize. I mean, it ain't just got to be concerned around what we witnessed today. It could be around all the issues that we face in our city. All the issues that we face in our city. We got a lot of issues in this small city. A lot of issues. And if you got your heart in the right spot and you believe in trying to bring this city together in unity, then let's do it. If you don't, if you want to sit back on your sofa and watch Family Feud and Bad Girl Club, whatever that stuff y'all be watching, then just sit back on your sofa and chill then. Don't worry about it. But as long as you sit back on your sofa not worried about it, things like this gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep happening. So it's up to y'all, man. I'm with it. I'm willing to help y'all. I mean, I'm willing to be a part of it because that's the promise that I gave my mom before she died. So, I mean, I'm with it. So thank you guys for watching. Look for the next post, man. I'm gonna put some stuff, some document for y'all to review for yourself. Cause my laptop about to go dead. So I'm gonna put some stuff in the chat for y'all to see it. And y'all can share it around, do what you want to do. But please, whatever you do, whatever you guys do, don't threaten and harass them people because they will take y'all statements and try to press charges on y'all and do all kind of negative stuff towards y'all. Let us be the one. We don't want to have to fight for Edrick, John, Lisa, and Larry, everybody that done. We don't want to fight for everybody. We want to be able to help Edrick. We don't need a whole bunch of people in trouble that we got to fight for them too now. You know what I'm saying? You welcome, kids. So I'm going to put that evidence up. As soon as I get off, I'm going to download it from my computer because my computer about dead. Thank you, guys, for always support. All the one that always call me and check on me to make sure I'm good. Because this ain't easy what I'm doing. It ain't easy. But thank you, guys, for always calling and checking on me. Send me an inbox or a text message or seeing me out in public. Ask me. Because that means a lot to me. That will keep me pushing on so I can fight for you guys. You know what I'm saying? That what keep me pushing on. So thank you guys so much for that. I love y'all for that, man. I swear to God I do. And that keep me strong in the inside. But thank y'all for watching, man. I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a blessed night.
All right. Okay, y'all. That was his live that I hope that helped you, Andrea. That helped you. The short game is support Edrick, but we stop it from continuing to happen to innocent people by building some unity. Amen. God bless you, sir. All right, guys. So, those who has come in late, you can go ahead on and watch this live again, so you guys will see what I said previously regarding to that juror and to the jurors that were there. And I did tell you yesterday what I personally observed myself. And I was extremely surprised of the verdict. I knew at least they would have a hung jury, but that did not happen. And we understand why there was no hung jury. And we know why there were people there that went there with the mindset of a conviction from the beginning. It was not an open mind. It was not a mind that just sought to seek justice, but they were feeling intimidated because the senator who represented that particular bill was inside the courtroom. So that was a form of tactic to intimidate them. What was his first name? The man that just did this live? His name is Charles. Charles Hardy. That's his first name. Charles Hardy. All right. So everybody, I am about to take my butt up. Was there? I think I did the video. I did the call. I explained what I talked to the individual. That was prospective juror. I think that's it for me for tonight. Yeah, it's been 2 hours. You know me, my time limit on the lives is 2 hours. So we will still keep pushing that donation page. Keep pushing. Every dime counts, even if it's $1, $5, $2, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100, $1,000, whatever that you guys can do. Please do it. And I understand, and also continue to pray for them, because prayer definitely works. Prayer is the most important thing. Definitely it works. Definitely. Okay. So, and also I will keep you guys abreast of what's going on. There is going to be a march. And also Mr. Hardy, if you guys don't have it or not following his page, he is going to have a conversation with Mr. Edrick. Then you guys already know Mel is going to have Mr. Cruz on her live, as well as Kat, not William. They will have Mr. Cruz on their live. Okay. I probably won't have him on my live because y'all, I got work to do, y'all. We got work to do. We're boots on the ground. Remember, we're boots on the ground over here. Okay. I did not reach out to get any interviews right now because I'm trying to get a grasp of what's going on and what's happening. Because I'm just shocked. I'm shocked. And I'm upset with myself because I allowed them to control me from putting out what I needed to put out, the truth, right? I let a Rule 22 control my my real reporting. Because if I didn't have a Rule 22, I could have just stepped out, right? All my notes, right? Everything that I saw was going on, came back and reported, right? So sometimes the Rule 22 doesn't help out. When is Mr. Cruz on Kat, not Williams? I think Kat said, I think she said Monday. He's going to be on Kat's, and he's going to be on Mills, Attorney Mills. Okay, guys, I'm sleepy, and I'm going to say, hey, we all have a part to play, and you, ma'am, your boots on the ground is the most needed, is getting the word out further and further. Thank you, Miss Sylvie. Thank you, Ed, for Dread. Thank you so much. Thank you, y'all. When is Mr. Okay. Melanie is at 3. Okay, Melanie's at 3, and Kat is at 5. Melanie's at 3, and Kat's at 5. Okay, that's when Mr. Cruz is going to be there. So y'all stay tuned and hear what he has to say. Okay. In the meanwhile, we all can help by donating to the defense fund, because the defense fund costs a lot of money to get an appeal out, because, you know, the transcript, all of that costs a lot. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, y'all. You know, it's that time. I'm so sleepy right now, and I'm gonna start talking delirious. And so good night. Love you guys, and I pray that God will put something in your heart and that you will move forward in doing the call that He has for you to do. Okay. This is a we thing, and it's not by accident why you're all in here. It's not by accident why we're hearing this. It's not by accident why we're hearing all of this stuff that's going on. It's time for unity. It's time for us to come together as a one collective group. Everybody has a part to play. Everybody can do what they're best at. Use your gifts, y'all. Use your gifts. All right? And don't be afraid. God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. Remember that. You are love, power, and a sound mind. That's what God has given to us. And we just got to move forward. Do not let the enemy make you fearful, because God did not give you a spirit of fear. You are courageous. You are powerful. You got this. All right? I love you, love you, love you, love you guys with the love of Christ. And let's keep going. Let's keep pushing out this thing. And don't forget to share this live. Share, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will keep bringing you guys more information as I get them. And remember, Monday, Mr. Mr. Charles Hardy will be speaking with Mr. Faust, and he is going to bring you guys what he has said. Okay, so stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to his Facebook, and let's not let this die. Okay, there is going to be a march. He's trying to get the family to let him know when it's going to be, and those who can participate in the march, in a peaceful march, not the craziness. Now we're not doing the crazy stuff now, not the crazy stuff, peacefully. And this is a fight for justice, okay? What is right. And we know that the jury situation was not right, okay? It was not right at all. All right? All right. Love you guys again. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. God bless you guys. Love y'all. Bye.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction show when we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoy is what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click